Welcome to the Instagram stories for Wednesday, March 15th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. I want to do something a little bit different today on the show. Normally, I find articles that I want to talk about, read through so I understand the gist of them, and just sort of free flow about the specific article, pulling out quotes that I think are relevant. Today, I want to do something a little bit different. Rather than write out a script for an episode myself, which I always sort of struggled with the time and attention in order to do, I came up with the idea to have Chat-GPT write the script of the episode for me. If I gave Chat-GPT my old episodes as a reference, then it would know what sort of information to include into the script. So here goes. Welcome to the Instagram stories. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Today is Wednesday, March 15th, and we have some exciting and concerning news regarding Instagram and Meta. Let's dive into it. First up, we have some exciting news for Instagram users. According to a tweet by Alex139A, Instagram is working on a new sticker called Top 3, which allows you to share your top 3 favorite accounts, audio, tags, and places with your followers. This new feature is a great way for users to share their interests and connect with others who have similar interests. In my opinion, the new Top 3 sticker on Instagram sounds like a fun way for users to share their interests and connect with others. It's always exciting to see new features developed on the platform. Moving on to our next news item, Instagram's parent company, Meta, is reportedly backing off from supporting NFTs on its platforms. According to a tweet by Stefan Krasel, the company is taking a step back from supporting NFTs due to concerns about their environmental impact and authenticity. While NFTs have been a popular way for creators to sell their work, this move by Meta may not come as a surprise, given the growing environmental concerns around the technology. Finally, we have some concerning news related to Meta. According to an article by The Verge, the company is planning to lay off more employees as part of a restructuring effort. CEO Mark Zuckerberg recently announced that the company would be investing heavily in areas such as virtual and augmented reality, but that this would require some tough decisions, including layoffs. While it's understandable that Meta needs to prioritize its resources, it's always unfortunate to see people lose their jobs. I hope that those affected by the restructuring will be able to find new opportunities. That's all for today's episode of the Instagram Stories. As always, if you have any thoughts or opinions on these news stories, feel free to reach out to me on Twitter at Daniel Hill Media. Before we go, I want to mention that this script was written by an AI language model called Chat-GPT. If you enjoy listening to the Instagram stories, please consider leaving a review of the show on Apple Music. Your feedback helps us improve and reach more listeners. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time on the Instagram stories. Okay, now it's me in my actual real non-reading voice. I'm going to break down how Chat-GPT did on today's episode, but before I do that, here's a quick word from our sponsor. This episode is supported by Because I Love It, aka Billy. Billy is a social commerce platform that connects social media influencers with brands to sell online. Billy is performance-based, influencer-centric, and works across all social media platforms. Join Billy's 10,000 influencers today. Find out more at becauseIloveIt.com. That's becauseIloveIt.com. And we're back. This was a really interesting experiment for a number of reasons. For instance, Chat-GPT was able to look at a series of tweets that I pasted and get the gist out of what I wanted to talk about from those tweets. However, Chat-GPT did not review older episodes of my show, where I refer to Alessandro Paluzzi not by his Twitter handle, Alex193A, but rather reverse engineering hacker Alessandro Paluzzi. I would have thought that Chat-GPT might have picked up on something like that. Also, Stefan Krasel, the person who wrote the tweets about Meta stepping back from NFTs, he is actually leading commerce and financial tech at Meta based on his Twitter profile. That's what it says he does. I would have thought that Chat-GPT would have included some information about the person giving all this detail to add some context to the news story. Overall, this has been a fun experiment though, and something I might try for the next couple of days to see how it goes. I will link to all the stories that I talked about in the show notes so you can check it out. And if you've been watching what I'm doing in my broadcast channel, I very much appreciate that as well. That's been a fun experiment to use Instagram's latest tool that's rolling out. If you have access to broadcast channels, I would recommend starting one and trying it out. Thanks so much for listening to today's episode. I appreciate you joining me on this experiment, and come back tomorrow for more Instagram news.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave, without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you've got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.